Hi, my name's Ivan Clements. I used to be a line producer. I'm now a producer and exec producer. I'm about to take you through the shooting ratio calculator tutorial, which I hope you find informative. Okay, I designed this when I was a line producer to help me keep track of the production and make sure it was on schedule and, more importantly, on budget. I consider shooting ratio to incorporate the elements of budgeting as well to make sure that we are on schedule and budget. Okay, to that end, here is the first page. There you'll see down the bottom here we have 4 tabs, and I'll get to those shortly, but initially you're going to start here. This is for 35mm production. I will get to the HD version of this shortly. Okay, and for 35mm, as in most production, one page generally equals approximately 1 minute of screen time. The film rate is 90 frames per second. Then we get into the amount of stock you can afford. I'm going to go with my last film and I'll show you an example of what happened there, which is 100,000 feet of 35mm stock. The amount of pages we shot was 95, and the shooting days we had was 24, which is a 6-day week, 4-week shoot, which is fairly standard. Okay, once I've put that information in there, those are your pre-data. Go to the derived data and you will see the following. Total screen time 95 minutes, the amount of feet that the film will end up being, if assuming it's 95 minutes long, your target ratio, which you need to keep an eye on, the amount of average pages you need to shoot each day in order to complete the film, the amount of film stock you'll have per page, and the amount per day you really want to not go over. So 11.7 to 1 is your target ratio. I won't go into explaining how it is arrived at. You just need to know that that's your ratio. Okay, now we're going to go to the daily figures, and you can see here that I've entered quite a few already. I won't bore you with this. What I'm going to do is go to a live example of the last film I shot. So we just take that away, and we're going to go to the film I actually shot, and it's the same pre-data here, the same derived data pretty much, and the daily figures are here. So again, you're going to enter all your data here in the green areas. That's the daily page count and the 8s. These you'll get from your camera report or your clapper loader. They'll be able to give you these details. So you enter those here, how many pages and how many 8ths of a page you actually shot. The daily footage shot, the wastage, and that gives you a total there. Then we come down, and all these are generated from the figures that you're putting in here. So your actual daily ratio is 11. Your running average at the moment is 11. Your target is 11.7 to 1. So you can see that on this day we were 6% under schedule, which is great. You want to be under. Over is bad news. All these other figures, your running average, this is the key one that I kept my eye on. As long as that remained low or below, I was quite happy. Then these are just informative figures here that you can look at. I found them interesting. It's up to you what you draw from that, but my main area here was the target ratio. As long as I was happy with this figure, I would leave them alone. So all the figures are in here, and you'll see that on this day, day 3, we went 29% over schedule and budget. And again here, 93% we went over, which was quite a heavy day. That's when I started to panic. And all this is represented on graphs for you here. So we hear the actual, which is this fairly spiky thing going on, your daily. And then the running average, which is your pink one here. And you obviously need to be below the 0% mark. Okay, so you'll see here, this is on the daily ratio, and under target is obviously better, which is your yellow line here, and it says here 11.7 to 1. Now you'll see some spikes above and spikes below, and the blue line here is what you need to keep your eye on. Now obviously day 3 we started to go over, and at day 5, 6 that's when I had my conversation with the director and the DP and said, guys, you need to shoot more pages and you're going to have shoot with less stock. They got it and they complied, and they got it down to below the average, and the rest of the shoot was absolutely fine. Even though we went above on some of the days, the average stayed below the target. That's what you want to keep an eye on. As long as it's below the target, leave them alone and let them have a happy shoot. That's it. Hope you enjoy your shoot and hope that helps.